Hello, this is Darren DePaul, the voice of Emperor Valkorion, and you're watching another video by Vulkk.
Greetings, I'm Vulkk. In this short, or maybe not that short video, I'm going to take a full look for you guys at the Rishi hideout, the Rishi Stronghold, available on public test server for Star Wars: The Old Republic. This is not the finished product, so please pay attention that any bugs or glitches or issues that I may encounter or you may see for yourself when you are exploring this on PTS for yourself, these will probably be changed or fixed. Pricing may also change, and if they do, of course, I will update them in my detailed, complete, in-depth guide on Vulkk.com. There you will be able to find all the prices, all the unlocks, image gallery, video walkthroughs, vendor prices, new craftable items and decorations, and pretty much everything I can come up with. Let's enjoy the cinematic intro. This is a really giant stronghold. I think it's safe to say that the Rishi Stronghold is bigger than Yavin, probably by far. There is a glitch here with the cannons not spawning in time. This is the Hudbow area, or the deathmatch area that I will talk about later in the video. Many, if not all of these locations are actually taken from instances or from Rishi. Most of them are from Rishi and from the Ravager's operation. If you are a raider in Star Wars: The Old Republic, you will probably recognize most of these places. In some of them, I personally have wiped countless times. Hint, the Room of Torque. And that's the short intro. The good thing is you can actually replay it by clicking the terminal to the right, and you can replay it as many times as you want. This is where we land, and here on that platform we have one terminal to the right, the one I just described, another terminal to the left that I'm going to show you in a moment, and another transport, teleport, speeder, clicky, whatever you want to call it, in the back. This is me attempting to replay the trailer. And because we've already seen the exact same trailer, I guess there is not much point of watching it all over again, although it's cool. It does have that special Rishi vibe. The exit terminal is absolutely standard. It's available in all strongholds. It's also available if you click the little arrow next to the exit area on the minimap. And this is the first unlock, Patrol Carrier Expansion. 175 maximum decorations will be added, plus 10 to maximum occupancy, and it costs 1.5 million credits. This thing has 11 expansions in total. It's quite pricey. I'm not going to go to this area yet, because we have to explore something first. Check the terminal to the left of the door, and yes, this is the first PvP designated area that you can find. This one is free for all. Kind of like the Outlaw Den. Everybody who's not in your group is when you're in here, and when someone clicks and locks up the doors, the match starts and you can kill, hit, hug everybody that's not in your group. It's up to you. This is the short tutorial that Bioware provided. It's a very small confined space, and as soon as you click one of the terminals, all 4 doors, 2 in front of you and 2 in the back, will be closed. There is a small, let's call it, viewing area. I'm going to go up in a moment and show it for you. All of these control terminals do exactly the same, and because I'm the owner of the stronghold, I get to click them as many times as I want. Meaning I can activate and deactivate the war zone at any given point. And this is the viewing. I don't know if it's designated to be a viewing area, but yes, you can place some decoration here and enjoy the view. If you paid attention at the image during the loading screen, this is exactly the area that we see in the bottom of the middle. We're heading to explore the beach. where we will find a secret cave. And was it Speedy? Holy crap, I forgot the name of... Yeah, I think it was Speedy. Okay, so yes, this is a not-so-secret cave. It's another free room. You don't have to unlock it. And yep, that's a little glitch here with the textures. But it's actually a cool, confined space where you can isolate yourself and, I don't know, meditate or maybe do something else. I do apologize if I forgot to display the hooks in one specific area that you desperately wanted to check out, but this is a really big space, and in some cases the hooks are spread logically. In other cases you will find hooks where you absolutely don't expect to see any. I don't know if the Bioware designers for the Stronghold had in mind to just basically throw hooks in random places, or maybe do some selection of sort. Anyway, exploring the beach, and I'm just empty talking while doing so. That's the named guy. I don't know what kind of an Easter egg this is, if it's related to something. I did not try the micro binoculars, but I don't think they would trigger something. It's just fun watching the speedy turtle. It's so much fun. Sorry, I'm going to spend a few seconds doing this. Exhaustion area. What do you expect? What do you think? Can we go up there to the other shore? No, of course not. Yes, you've guessed it. I've actually pre-recorded the video and I'm just sitting, watching it for myself and commenting. Because it's so much simpler than trying to pack up the Stronghold. Because when you pack it up, it actually keeps all the things unlocked for you, and I wanted to show you the full experience. So in this case, this is actually my first overview when I first got a chance to explore the Stronghold. So yeah, in some cases I will be doing some silly things like walking to every corner to see where exactly the exhaustion, the forbidden area starts. Let's call it that. Desperately wanted to swim, and unfortunately the game 6.5 years later still doesn't allow me to. I'm starting to wonder if that speedy turtle will have some kind of secret related to it. Probably not, maybe just some of the designers wanted to have fun naming the creature. Once again, we entered the free-for-all area where your companion is automatically blocked from using. Welcome to the Cove. We're about to unlock the next expansion for 2 million credits or 300 cartel coins. As a matter of fact, most of the smaller areas, smaller rooms here in the Stronghold are just spherical, whatever. My English is acting up. I really like the fan on the ceiling. You might remember this area. We were, just a few minutes ago, we were on the other side of this metal thing, where the beach was. That's one of the strangely placed hooks. I don't know if they wanted us to place a guard here, guarding something. Or maybe just a guy watching over something. I'm not really sure. Why would we place someone under the bridge? Whatever. I'm just walking backwards so you get a glimpse of where exactly I started the journey after I spawned from this door to the left. The green one. Once you unlock a door, it lights up in green circle. Before you unlock it, it's red, obviously. And the good news is that this is legacy bound Stronghold, so is when you unlock something, it gets unlocked for your whole legacy, and it will forever be unlocked for you. I believe the rules here are the same. If you pack it up, you can redeploy it with all of its things in place, and you don't have to spend anything, any time or money unlocking anything, provided you've unlocked it with cartel coins. If you've unlocked it on the live servers, that is, not here on PTS. If you unlock the Stronghold with credits, you will have to, I believe, pay the price again should you decide to pack up the Stronghold and then redeploy it at a later time. I'm not specifying which area is from which part of the Rishi operation, but I suppose these here particular parts you can probably relate to, because right here in this very space, exactly with this environment around it, but this exact same platform that I'm currently on was providing a trash pool of a few droids, quite dangerous, shortly after the first boss in the Ravagers operation. Just good old memories when this operation was new, fresh, and interesting. I mean, to me, of course. If you've never done it, it's still interesting, and it's going to be very interesting for you. Not much of a purpose for this area here, except for maybe, I don't know, just another corner for you to decorate differently. Yes, I did mention, I believe, in the beginning. If I forgot, I will mention it now. There are new MK4 prefabs and all of these cool things that would allow you to craft the new decorations. They're unbelievably expensive. Just the schematics from the vendors are expensive. If I'm not mistaken, they cost about 20,000, but this will be a major topic for another separate video. Again, part of the same guide. We arrived at the next unlock. This is the sunroom. Interesting, less than 1 million credits to unlock it, and let's see what's inside. Feel like I'm about to start my main class Rishi quest here any moment now. Remember that corridor? Never mind. The sunroom has an open roof, obviously. I wanted to find an MGGS, but I couldn't. If it's here, then it's very well hidden or maybe not functioning yet, because once again, this is PTS. I would love to be able to go on top on the roof. Can't remember really if I was lost here or maybe I just wanted to restart the journey from the same place that you first unlocked. Whatever the case is, we are now moving forward. There are no decorations over there, by the way, and I couldn't find a way to get there. I don't know if it's accessible and how, but I wasn't able to in my first journey around the Stronghold. And later on, I believe it's a part of this video, I tried to jump and swim, obviously failed. It doesn't work that way. But it's actually a cool way for you to teleport yourself back to the entrance, where you'll be able to go to the transport, pick up a speeder, and the worst part is that, as you can see, the speeder first is a little bit buggy, but we'll see the bug on the next travel with the speeder. And second, yes, it does teleport you. It's not a full speeder travel. I think it would have been cool, although probably a waste of time for most of you. And there we get to the patrol area. We have quite a few unlockable rooms here. I would personally place my Datacron decorations to the left and right if I wanted to. Close to 1 million to unlock the reactor room, and yes, this is the room I have been mentioning a couple of times in the video. This is right now me looking for that special lever, I believe. to trigger the torque mechanic. If you remember the boss fight. Never mind. And another additional smaller room. Oh, that torque. Especially before the nerf. I mean, sorry, not before the nerf, before the change of the fire. Some consider it to be a nerf. I personally was. Another unlock, never mind. This is the entrance to the Skydeck for about 2 million credits. Wow. I suggest you don't do the math unless you're a GTN player. That's a lot of money for a normal player. Yet another unlock, the training room is ahead of us. We've got the normal vendor droid selling the normal dummy things, and the terminal to the very right actually allows you to spawn one of the 3 available dummy operations, war zones, and a healing training dummy, which is to some of you probably something new. These are all the standard things. They're quite cheap with the exact same prices. You can't purchase those from your personal starship, for example. Maybe in other places, I'm not really sure. And once again, because this is my first time exploring it, and I did not want to cut the video to not cause confusion in some of you guys. I wanted this to be a whole full experience, walking from one point to second point to third point, back to the second point, back to the first point, back to fourth point, and so on. Never mind, that's me spawning the dummy, just in case you have never seen a dummy. This is a little bit of a longer description of what the healing dummy does and why it is here. How exactly you can practice on it. Obviously spam heals, just like you would spam heals on the healing challenge for the 4th boss in the Dread Palace operation, for example. What the hell was the name of the boss? Wow. That's the guy I used to hate in Nightmare mode because it was so damn challenging. It was actually challenging for all classes, including the tanks. Tanks had a lot of tough times protecting that guy in the challenges. Alright, never mind, we're moving on to the left and the right room. First, we obviously visit the right room, I believe. Come on, Vulkk, turn to the right. Starboard quarters. And 125,000 credits to unlock. This is PTS, so I'm not actually spending anything here. Bioware wants us to test the Stronghold and enjoy it. We're actually going to start spending money when it's on the live servers. If you're watching this video after the Stronghold has already been released to the live servers, there might be some changes based on feedback or based on something else that Bioware so fit to change. So if you want to have absolutely everything up to date, head to the link in the video description where you would find a very in-depth, long and detailed guide, including image galleries, pricing for all the unlockable rooms, video walkthroughs, and other things. Captain's quarters, exactly the same room with simply designed hooks, I dare to say. And this is my favorite place where Koratani was supposed to fall. But of course this is a Stronghold and it's just the same module used for your bridge. There is no Koratani encounter here unless you want to create it for yourself. Role-playing purposes maybe. Wow, never thought about that. If you are a role player and you enjoy doing operations, you can actually recreate an operation scenario here in these rooms, because I don't know how many of the other Strongholds have specific places from operations. I believe none of them. Yavin? No, Yavin I believe is completely unique. It doesn't reuse modules, or at least not big whole modules like this one uses from the Rishi operation. The Skydeck is where the Hutball fans are going to have so much fun. This is the arena. On the left and on the right are the spawning spots, cages, whatever you want to call them. The moving sky actually creates an illusion as if this is really moving. Plus the wind, of course, in your ears. There is a terminal to the left, you've probably noticed it, and as soon as you enter, this is the second PvP designated area. You can actually choose by yourself which one of the 2 teams you want to be a part of. And in a similar fashion to the third boss of the TFB operation, you click on the terminal and you get the special buff and you colorize yourself. Is that the word? Colorize, whatever. When the host clicks on these buttons, they have an option to choose between deathmatch. When the deathmatch starts,
Were provided by Galactic Solutions Industries. Mention my name and save 5% off anything in the latest GSI catalog.
the first team to score 30 kills gets the win for the match. If you choose Hutbo, well, you're basically playing Hutbo. Of course, because there are some hooks there, you can place your own decorations. This is a much smaller Hutbo area, obviously, and it's not offering so much verticality or multi-levels, let's call it, not verticality, like, for example, the classic Hutbo and the Quash Hutbo, but with some expensive, ridiculously expensive decorations that you will be able to place here. And they will be able to act as line of sight thingies. Yes, the light is flashing red, meaning that you're actually currently in combat or in combat environment, not necessarily in combat. The score says 0-0. I've decided to switch teams, apparently. And you've guessed it, I'm trying Hutbo.
Don't just clean your stains, obliterate them with the latest models from Automata Galactica.
And what's funny, or maybe I did not understand, maybe it was bugged during the recording of this video. It will probably not be bugged when it goes live. The Hutbo never appeared for me here. I may have to go another time. I actually did go twice and I did not see a Hutbo. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe someone's supposed to throw the Hutbo. There is nothing else clickable. The Hutbo is expected to spawn right there in the middle like it usually does for the normal Hutbo war zones, but there was no Hutbo here. Or perhaps the system detected that I'm a cheater playing 1 versus 0, my team being 1, the enemy being 0, and it decided not to give me a Hutbo to play with. Because I'm a fair player, I'm actually giving advantage to the opponents.
Don't score with a beautiful play.
You're not supposed to do that, I suppose. Or maybe it's yet another bug, it's too early to say. We'll need a little bit of time and some matches, actual matches that would happen here before I can decide whether this was a bug intended and what the hell is happening to the ball. Once again, I'm the host and I can do with the matches whatever I want. I can start and stop the sequences whenever I please, and I can unlock and lock the doors again at my decision. I don't think I tried jumping off the board here of the Skydeck, but you can guess what would happen. So yeah, I saved myself one more extra death here in this case. There is one more small room to be unlocked for a total of 11, if I'm correct. I was really desperate to go to the other side over there, but meh, couldn't find a way. Maybe not by myself. Maybe there is someone else to help me out, cheat the game. Currently looking for the 11th expansion, wondering where the hell is it? That's the hillside room, the last door that I'm about to unlock. 825,000 credits. And we've already been here. Nope, it's a different room, but with the exact same design. Slightly different hook placement, I believe, compared to the previous room that we took a look earlier. And a quick outro, guys. Thank you very much for taking a look at this very long video. You're probably one of the few that would reach the very end of it. I did my best to show and explain to you all of the 11 expansions to this incredibly big and enormous Rishi Stronghold. The Rishi Stronghold will be available with patch 5.9.2 some point in July. Of course, if you're watching this video after it's been released, you already know it's in the game. You can, just like with every other Stronghold, purchase this with credits or with cartel coins. I did mention in a video, but let me repeat it one more time. If you purchase it with cartel coins, you will be able to pack it up and redeploy it as it is at any given time. That's not the case for credits. Cartel coins are always more valuable, and of course you are expected to pay a lot more in credits than what you would in cartel coins, simply before cartel coins are actually a digital version of your real life money. Now, for a lot more details, once again I invite you, and of course up-to-date information, take a look at the link in the video description and enjoy the in-depth guide that features more videos than just this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video.